Hello, my friends, and welcome back to my den where we're going to share another shave. Let's try to say that 3 times fast. Uh, Today we are using a soap that doesn't get enough love in my den, so it's been lasting me a very, very long time. And you won't be able to recognize what this is, but this is Proraso's Cypress and Vetyver cream. It's intended for use with single edges, and we're using one of my older brushes. This is what I call the El Cheapo del Grande boar. It turns out it's a Vonderhagen a boar brush. I bought it in a basket that was next to the register at Sally Barber Supply, and we'll be using my Kai Captain clone with the this is a Kai blade, but I couldn't tell you what they call it, but it's a guarded blade, so it'll be safer. Now, I've done my hot towel already, and I'm practicing because 2 weeks hence we'll be in Vegas. So I've been practicing my face shaves. One squirt, one pump from, this is a nondescript hand soap pump, and I put the soap in here, and it turns out that one pump gives you about this much soap, and that's enough to get her done. So it's very convenient to use. It gets on your hands a lot though. I've done the pump into a bowl and have bowl lathered this also, and that worked pretty good. Shout out today to all my friends and more. I mean, there's people that I won't mention that are also my friends. But shouting back to Long Haul Tanker, and of course Nurse Dave and Barber Dave and Matt Lukey and Mrs. Spider and all my friends in the Bill and Brian. A lot of these guys are going to be visiting. We'll be visiting in Vegas, so I'm not. And if you're able to make it, that's great. If not, that's also great, because we get together often by Zoom call, and that's great fun too. This is a fairly low lather, but it's adequate. I suppose I could put more water into it and it would floof up quite a bit. Let's do that. And that's pretty much that. I don't require a great deal of this. Fairly low and generally pretty slick lather, unless I did it completely wrong, in which case there will probably be leakage of precious bodily fluids, which we want to avoid. Nope, I think it's going to work. What you didn't see just prior to my going on camera is I did do a couple of rounds with the hot towel to kind of soften my beard up a little bit. What beard I do have. first pass is with the grain, which would explain to some degree, you guys, why I stop here, because I must have a massive cowlick. All the hair down here goes backwards, so I'm going with the grain. And actually, didn't do too bad. There's just my usual spots here where I generally have trouble. It's still pretty slick. You're not probably going to see too much lather the second time I'm reapplying soap, and it's just real thin. But it's enough for me to do the backwards pass, or it's actually an across the grain pass. See if I can raise it up so it looks like a lather. Make you guys feel better. Here, I'll squirt a little bit on the brush. I think it's drying out a little bit inside there, so my dosing may be a little bit different. It never hurts to go back to the puck or to the bottle or to the tube. That was about half a squirt. Okay, let's do kind of a hybrid pass. Because down here, it's difficult for me to go straight across the grain, so I kind of an oblique sort of a thing. Especially doing it all right-handed. I've been working on adding some more left hand to my shaving, but it's a long process. I've got so many shaves doing a single wing, and just doing it right-handed, that introducing a new move, such as adding a left hand or a different direction stroke, is difficult to add without risking myself with fluid leakage, or cutting myself. It's probably vernacular. And let's see how this turns out. Generally speaking, with straight razors, I'm basically a two pass shaver. I don't generally do more than that. I can, but It's just about as close as it's going to get when I do 2 passes. Yeah, it's pretty good. Now this is, and we'll get it off. We'll use the Thayer's lemon today. A tone and micro abrasions. It kind of has antiseptic properties. It's good for your skin. Because I'm going to give her a big dose of alcohol here in a second. Let's dry this off a little bit. And let her have it with the kind of vintage fine fresh vetiver. This is the old label, but the restrictor's real nice on these. And the fragrance, if it matures over time, this is going to be a very, well, maybe not as fresh vetiver, vintage vetiver maybe, but it's pretty good stuff. And we'll seal everything in with a little dog from every town talk. Excuse me. Cut the shine off my head. There I am, just about as beautiful as I get, which isn't very. Super. We had a pretty good 2-pass shave. Compliments of Proraso, Cypress, and Vetyver cream. We use the Kai Captain clone. This is probably going to be going with me to Vegas, so I'll take the blade out and pack it in my DOP kit. We used the El Cheapo del Grande von der Hagen boar. And it didn't look quite as nice with it. Here, it's splayed out a little bit better. And it's fully broke in. It's just as soft as can be. And a little Thayer's lemon and fine fresh vetiver. That's all I have pretty much for today. I thank you for coming to visit and look forward to seeing you next time. I'm Major Rich. You will find me on the shavingcadre.com. And if you're finding me on YouTube and you feel so inclined, like, subscribe, hit the bell if you like. Is that the way it is, or is it this way? Like, subscribe, and you can sort that out. If you have any questions, type it in down in the doobly-doo at the bottom, and I'll try to get back with you. And we will see you next time. Bye-bye.